Hello and welcome to another episode of SEO Presso. My name is Björn Darko and today I'm speaking to Lucie Lavenu. And Lucie is head of growth at Visual Meta, where she started as an SEO and content marketing project lead. In between, she was also head of content and category management. She's with Visual Meta since 6 years already, so almost furniture. Before Visual Meta, she was working in online marketing at Bonnie Prinz GmbH here in Berlin, belongs to Rocket Internet. Before that, as international business development at Home24, also Rocket Internet company. And before that, as an assistant to product management at My Toys, which belongs to the Otto Group, a huge online e-commerce company, also here from Germany. Hello, Lucie.
Hi, Björn. Thanks for having me.
And SEO Presso is presented to you by Searchmetrics, and Searchmetrics offers a content and online marketing platform that helps online marketers and SEOs to grow organically and helps freelancers and online marketers to really reach their goals. And if you want to see and learn more about SEO Presso and Searchmetrics, go visit at the website searchmetrics.com and visit the blog.searchmetrics.com. And don't forget to subscribe to the SEO Presso podcast on Spotify and everywhere where you find beautiful, nice online marketing SEO podcasts. Hello, Lucie. Nice to have you here.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to talk to you because I have the honor to work with you now since July or so. And I must admit, I've never meet somebody that is so passionate and self-driven than you.
Thanks a lot. That's a very nice compliment.
And it's no wonder because of your personality and your person that our topic today is actually Black Friday campaign. And for Visual Meta and Ladenzeile especially was the most successful Black Friday campaign ever. And that is mainly due to your planning, but also how you got the team together and stuff like that. But why was it so successful? Just a few numbers to it. I think in this year, Black Friday campaign, we had the highest gross profit since 2018 with a plus 7% year over year. We had the highest eCPC since 2016 with a plus 15% year over year. Highest revenue per session since 2018, 8% year over year. And also conversion rate and shop conversion rate were higher than in 2020, special case, of course. And also we had a higher margin than the year before with 3%. So super successful, also from a traffic perspective. And my first question to you is what do you think were the main key drivers for this success?
I think one of the most important one thing that we did different from the other years is that we really set an ambitious goal and a goal that was for all the teams. In the past, we were more going with a traffic goal or with a conversion rate goal. And for example, a traffic goal, not all the teams were feeling like, they can contribute to traffic. It was a marketing thing. Now we set a gross profit goal and we really brought the team together and said, okay, how do we reach this goal? What can each team bring on the table? So I think it also gave space for the team for some creativity. And also it brought the teams together. It was the goal for the company. It was not anymore like a marketing goal or a quality management goal. So I think that was key. It was a very ambitious goal, but it really brought everyone together.
You're saying the key, it's not actually the technology that we have behind that. It's not kind of the strategy that we put, but it's bringing different people from different departments together that actually work on this goal all together, right? Can you explain a bit how did you prepare? When did you start to prepare the Black Friday campaign? And I'm interested also in what kind of measurements you did and what kind of initiatives you have planned throughout. So take us a bit back to the beginning of the Black Friday campaign planning phase.
So we actually started, some would say too late. We started in summer and we back then with the teams, because we have a committee, right, to do the campaigns. It's not me alone. We started to look into, okay, what can we do? And to be perfectly honest with you, at first we were a bit losing focus. And actually 2 months before Black Friday, we realized, okay, we need to have a very concrete goal and we need to have focus if we want to achieve it. So every week we were meeting with like all the teams, people from all the departments, and we were really defining what type of steps do we need to take. Like in this Black Friday campaign, you can see like it's the entire company. We had content and our brand team defining what should be the message from the campaign. We work with SEO as well to define the landing page we want to build. We work with sales because we have to onboard partners. We worked with our quality management team, which is like our category management. And we also worked, of course, with our performance marketing team. We had weekly checks every week. And I said we defined a very focus. We had one key feature. This key feature, it was the first time we were about to scale it. So we decided to have, after the preparation, to have really 1 week of implementation in the office. And I think that was key also for the success of the platform.
What was the key feature?
The key feature was sponsored product. So we offered to our shops a new advertising feature where they can give more visibility for their item in exchange of a higher CPC. So we had tested it before, but it was the first time that we did it at that scale. So you can imagine, like, we had also to work very closely with the engineers and with product because we really implemented a lot of sponsored products. And what was cool as well is that the feature is not automated yet. It was a lot of manual work, but we were like, all the teams were really here to make it happen and very solution-oriented mindset. So we just rolled with it, one focus, and it paid off. Like, as you mentioned, the eCPC was the highest since 2018.
The key feature that you're talking about is actually emphasizing some of the products that are on discount, right? So to make it to the user clear that, this is kind of a Black Friday offer. Were there conversations going on with shops, what kind of products they want specifically to offer on Black Friday? Or did we just go with, those are discounts and therefore there's Black Friday?
No, the shops were letting us know what part of their inventory they want to sponsor. And then it was for us to make it happen on the pages. So you can imagine that sometimes we had multiple shops who wanted to be boosted on the same pages. So it was also for science team a lot of communication with the shops. Also had to make sure that we deliver traffic. We are a marketing channel for the shops. So sometimes they wanted to boost a part of their inventory on the page where we know we don't get so much traffic. It was key that we discuss with them and then we try to see what other part of the inventory they can boost where we can actually deliver traffic to them. Otherwise, the campaign wouldn't be successful.
So, okay, then we had a key feature, which was sponsored product that emphasized products. We also had conversations with shops that they give us specifically products that they want to offer for Black Friday. So now you said all the teams that were coming together. We had QM, they're actually curating the pages, right? And we had content, we had SEO, we had performance marketing. How did you plan kind of the campaign all together with them? What was each and every role, and how did how did everybody plan for the day on Black Friday?
So we had I think the 3 months before the campaign, really the preparation. So sales was in contact with the shops to promote the new feature, see what shops would be on board. Then we had content and design, preparing the entire story, the entire visual material that we needed for the campaign. And we did then also with the quality department, a lot of preparation work, what are the pages where we get a lot of traffic? Where could we implement? And on the marketing side, they also prepared all their campaign, changing the visuals. That preparation was key for us to enter the implementation week. We needed to have the final list of shops. We needed to have an overview of where do we get traffic at the moment. So we brought all the teams together, which was also a bit challenging in the current situation with Corona and everything, but we made it to have the teams in the office. And we had a very tight schedule, actually 4 days to implement everything. And it's Black Friday, when the campaign goes live, it goes live. So you need to make it happen, especially when we sold something new to the shops. So we had a very hard deadline. But I must say that was actually the super exciting part about it, right?
I remember that there was this special filter that we adjusted for all the reduzierten or discounted products. Did we also, from those non-discounted product or category pages, actually teasered some of the Black Friday offers? So that we had kind of a cross-linking to it? Or
yeah, we had banners on the different pages. We also had advertising on the homepage. And you can see it like this. We were promoting this new feature with the shop, so having an additional advertising spot. but we were also curating the other pages, right? So it was actually a lot of work to do. And we also had like implemented by our content team banners to make people aware we have this great Black Friday offers at the moment. So the goal for us was also really to make sure that our users can find their favorite offer at the best price and really that they find the best deals during Black Friday.
This is now the things that we can do on our page, but then also we need to make the people aware that we have Black Friday, right? I mean, I can imagine that almost every online shop wants to grab the traffic and also the revenue from Black Friday. What did we do on the promotional side actually to, get the visibility for our Black Friday campaign?
So we had some Instagram posting and our content team also like promoted it on our social media. Nevertheless, like on Ladenzeile, we have our biggest part of the traffic coming from SEO and from paid. So part of the advertising was actually also happening on the SERP by changing, the copy in the ads, that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So if you ask me, there was no like super huge YouTube campaign or something like this. Our strength was really on the acquisition of traffic on the SERP.
I can talk a bit about the things that we did on the SEO side. Of course, you're adapting some of the meta titles. You have specific pages or category pages, as I said, that had a specific filter of discount where we could actually implement a specific meta title, a meta description that fully focuses on Black Friday and the discounts. That definitely helped a lot. We also, and this is kind of a big learning from our side, of course, had a landing page that was specifically built for Black Friday. However, it is, as you said, we were way too late at the end of the day. We launched it, I think, 3 weeks before Black Friday. It's way too late. You should start way early. I would say like 2 to 3 months before, or so creating content and stuff like that. And we did. We created a lot of content for this Black Friday landing pages, linked it also very prominently from the main menu. The thing with this Black Friday page, though, is, and that's a big learning, it is a static code, hard-coded landing page, right? So we weren't actually flexible to change a lot, right? Yes, we could place content in there, but whenever we wanted to make changes, we needed to go to the devs and then queue in for the pipeline, right? On all those tickets that they're working. So that is a big learning because the landing page didn't perform as we actually wanted to. We implemented an FAQ, we implemented a lot of content around Black Friday and deals and the most important product categories and stuff like that. But it was also hidden behind collapsed boxes and stuff like that. And it was a big learning. Whenever you want to do a campaign landing page like this, you need to have the flexibility to really act very, very fast, change it, have the flexibility to look at the numbers. And if something doesn't work like it should be, then, really change content and do stuff like this. But yeah, this was a big learning and so ever. I said in the beginning what I really, really liked, and I rarely have seen this. I think back then when I was working at Ricardo as well, what you did is like you implemented kind of a war room style daily with all the teams, right? Back there, we have a huge space where if I count, maybe 20, 25 people we're coming together on a daily basis during the Black Friday campaign. And what kind of, conversations did you have there? What did you check? How was everybody contributing to the meeting?
So we had support of our agile coaches to organize this. So we had twice a day stand-up. And the goal of the stand-up was really to discuss the blockers and the updates. I actually realized during the campaign that the most important is to discuss the blockers and the need for support from the teams. So we were really meeting twice a day, exchanging. Everyone could bring a topic on the table. We could also celebrate successes. We had a space for kudos, which I think was also very important for the teams to feel the motivation. And believe me, we had a lot of issues during these implementation days. So you could feel the energy and the solution-oriented mindset. I think at every stand-up, we had something that was not working or someone who needed support, someone who was sick, we needed to cover up. So it was really this moment where it's okay, we need to make it happen. We're going to find a solution. And I really liked it, this really solving problems together. So that was the biggest focus of the stand-ups.
It was I was just observing it, but it was the spirit behind it. And it was also special because, of course, we have Corona. It's really hard to bring people to the office, but they did. They came all together and you really had sparked this passion for the specific project. Would you say that it wouldn't have been that successful if you couldn't have come together like this every day?
I mean, Yeah, I can tell you, because now we did winter sales fully remote. It worked well, but we didn't have this level of energy. I think like by being in the office, we also had developers here. We could solve issues in 3 minutes. Like when we realized that we didn't have the right skill set in the discussion to solve the problem, we were just like going to someone's table and say, hey, look, we've been trying to solve this since 2 hours. And you have a dev who tells you, well, I can do that in 5. So this is a lot more, like it's not possible to that extent in a remote setup. And I think like by being in the office, we made it a company thing. You know, it was not just the project from the campaign task force. It was a company thing. We had the screens on, like we have different screens in the office, and the screens were showing our progress. Then during the campaign, the screens were showing the goals and the evolution of our KPIs in relation to this goal. So it was really a company thing in the end.
And I think that's also the key, right? If just one department would work on a campaign like this, of course, everybody has to do his own garden, right? And then you want to have something changed there. You want to have something changed here. It wouldn't actually work like this, right? That's definitely key. And, bringing all together and say, hey, okay, we are now focusing fully on Black Friday because it is a high peak season event. Bring everybody behind it. I think that's also kind of a blueprint for every campaign. And I'm also a big advocate for having. Now also I'm speaking to the SEO team that we create kind of an event calendar throughout the year and then really focus on specific seasons. Like now garden is coming up, right? Everybody in the company should fully focus on garden because that's the highest peak starting in March already, right? If you work like this and then really bring entire company behind it, like from traffic acquisition over to product management to development and so on and so forth, then you can make it company thing, and it should.
Exactly. And here was, we prepared weeks in advance, but during this 1 week, everyone was thinking, breathing, eating Black Friday, like there was really a clear focus, and that really helped. It also really helped to have the transparency, right? Like everyone in the company knew what we were doing. We were also actively communicating about what we are doing, what are our blockers, and it really helped the collaboration.
What was your biggest learning from the campaign?
I have quite a few. For me, my biggest learning would be like that focus is key. I mean, you work with me, you know that I have like a lot of topics. And like in that case, it was very clear that having focus is key. And another thing that would be for me the highlight is that this energy, it was so much fun to work on this campaign, I have to say. And I think that anyone who worked on a campaign like Black Friday knows how much work it is, how much stress it can be. And in this campaign, we managed to revert it. I had a lot of fun. I worked over hours, no doubt, but it was also very fun. So the fun at work and the energy you can bring, but just working together and also being in the office.
Is there anything that you would do differently next year?
Yeah, I would like the planning should be done earlier. At first, we also had different ideas that we were evaluating, stuff that were completely new that I would try to avoid, really build on stuff that have proven to have results already. Like Black Friday is not the moment to test something that you haven't validated. So that would be also something I would do differently. Yeah. For the rest, and that was the thing, right? It was really this continuous learning. Like after Black Friday, we did a retro and we tried to bring all the learnings to winter sales. So we are already applying what we learned during Black Friday. I think we've never been so early now in preparing a campaign like Garden. I think everyone is amazed. So yeah, that's good.
So and when you say, maybe last question, when you say you need to start earlier, I think that could also be a blueprint for every campaign. How early do you need to start to plan a campaign and then really be successful with it?
I think like now what we did, everyone knows when Black Friday is going to be. Everyone knows when Christmas is going to be, So now what we did is that we have a campaign calendar that is set for the year. For sure, the dates can vary a bit, but at least, okay, when is the campaign going to be? And you start for some teams, I don't know, like 3 months in advance, let's say for design, because we know that we need the design so that we can contact the shops. So I would say really prepare yearly calendar. And then based on that yearly calendar, you can define your preparation phase, your implementation phase, and your launching. That would be like so start at least three months in advance.
Yeah. And then with a classic roadmap to, really plan ahead what needs to be done.
Exactly. And also like inform upfront all the teams, right? So that they can plan their entire year knowing that, well, we're going to have 3 weeks in November blocked for Black Friday. Don't plan any other big project, that wouldn't work.
Very cool, Lucie. Merci beaucoup. It was really nice to talk about the most successful Black Friday campaign for Ladenzeile. I can repeat the numbers. It's highest gross profit since 2018, 7% year over year. Highest eCPC since 2016, 15% year over year. Highest revenue per session since 2018, 8% year over year. And all KPIs increased year over year that we can think of and look at. So very successful. Hopefully next year we double it or 10x it. That would be actually really nice. Thank you for the insights. And we see and hear us next week again on the SEO Presso podcast. Ciao.